10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dazzle.
Dire team pick.
Timber saw.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
Time.
Fnatic's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Dire team ban.
Storm Spirit has arrived.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
Needs assassin.
Dire team pick.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to StarLadder Season 9 EU coverage. We've got Day 11 and only 2 matches coming up. But first up, we've got Cleve versus Fnatic.
How's it going?
Remaining.
Going very well, Merlini. How are you this morning?
All right, all right.
All right,
5
glad to
seconds
hear
remaining.
it. So this game is actually going by very quickly here.
First blood's already happened.
Yeah, first blood's already happened. Oh no! Oh god, the production. Here we go. So we do have Cleve on the Dire side and Fnatic on the Radiant. First things that jump out at me. Cleve's bans. They take out Lycan and Invoker, but they leave those 2 no-tail heroes in the pool. Enchantress and Wisp, and Fnatic will be happy to grab that EO with their first pick.
Yeah. EO, Tiny, and Cleve
Fnatic's
actually has a pretty
turn to
good
pick.
lineup to handle a Wisp plus Strength hero. They have Timbersaw as well as a Storm Spirit, and Lolic Storm Spirit was a standout performance the other day. Not exactly, I don't exactly remember who it was versus, but still, it was impressive.
Yes, Lolic has been kind of a staple of their team a little bit. And as we noticed yesterday, a strategy that seems to work pretty well against shutting down Cleve is just shut down Lolic, and
10
the
seconds
rest of them
remaining.
kind of fall in line. So he is definitely their playmaker, kind of like S4 a little bit. He
5
seems to be the
seconds
driver of their
remaining.
team. When he gets momentum, the team gets momentum, and vice versa seems to be true as well.
Reserve time.
Well, I don't think Fnatic will have a terribly difficult time doing that. I mean, yesterday's game, Cleve just got rolled.
Yeah.
And the odds today are 81-19 in favor of Fnatic.
I can't say I disagree with that.
Yeah, I can't say I would even beg to differ that it might be a little
Dire
bit more.
team ban.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic are the heavy favorites for sure, and just based on this draft, I mean, Tiny Wisp is something Fnatic do very well. Nyx Assassin, a good flex pick hero. Now,
Fnatic's
2 things that are
turn
important to
ban.
note, there are 2 stand-ins here. Cleve are missing Zako, and Fnatic are missing Hani. They have a stand-in tagged up as Good Guy. And I'm not sure who that is, but hopefully he's also a good
10
guy and a
seconds
good player.
remaining.
Good guy standing in for Honey.
What a good guy.
5 seconds
I mean, I like
remaining.
Cleve's lineup more. They
Yeah.
have more AoE. They have a decent lanes, not the best lanes,
Dire
but
team pick.
highly mobile heroes, lots of AoE damage, good supports. Talked about Dazzle being hot stuff this patch.
Yeah, and Timbersaw is always a good pick against a tiny primary carry. We've talked about Whirling Death quite a bit. He also works pretty well against Wisp, as Wisp is a strength hero. We'll see what Fnatic want to do with their final pick. One thing that I do like about Fnatic's draft is they've got a lot of stun. They have a lot of lockdown and a lot of gank
10
as well
seconds
between that
remaining.
Mirana and the Nyx Assassin.
5
Kind of
seconds
curious how they're
remaining.
going to lane this exactly. It'll be the off-lane Nyx, and I suppose there's a chance it could be a solo
Reserve
mid
time.
Mirana, or it could be an offlane Mirana support Nyx. There's a lot of flexibility here with this Fnatic draft.
Yeah, I think they might need like a jungler. Like an Enchantress has already been banned up by Cleve. Can Chen wouldn't be so bad. I think they can get away with it this game. Nick Assassin in the off lane, probably get destroyed by whatever tri-lane Cleave has, but at least he'll get experience. Mirana mid is not the strongest mid hero, but all they need to do is get level 6 and then just work from there.
Yeah. I see someone in chat saying that good guy is Hani. We'll have to check when we get into the game. I'm really not sure. It could be, but
Why is he not tagged?
it'd be weird if everyone was tagged up and he wasn't, but we'll see. Well, we'll see. We'll check when we get inside.
So Cleave going with the Morphling.
Yeah, the dreaded Morphling. I worry for them now.
It's okay versus Tiny Wisp, but
Last pick Bane after they have the Mirana. Rare you see that a reality. Like, teams allowed to get away with that.
yeah, but at the same time, I wasn't sure if Fnatic was going for another support. Technically, they could have done Romeo Mirana. I don't really think Bane's the strongest picker. They have so many ways to disable him. Pretty much everyone can do Mersault. And he's not very good versus Morphling because he can just morph.
Yeah, that's true.
He can even morph while slept, I believe.
He still adds to this roaming gank, though. Him and Mirana are such a dirty pair. Even though Morphling can morph through the Fiend script, still early on, they can put a lot of pressure on him if they're matched up in the same lane. The Bane Mirana.
Yeah, they're gonna really have to shut down Storm, I think, though. It's a safe lane. It could be a safe lane Storm because Lolik is actually playing the Timbersaw. I think it would make more sense for Timbersaw to go to the off lane, though, and stress on that Storm Spirit to go mid.
Oh, okay, so that is actually Hani. As No Tail says, he's retarded, brain damage, not recovered in, not covered in Germany. Oh, No Tail, what a fella, what a guy. So okay, no stand-in for Fnatic. That is Hani playing on the Mirana, but Cleave actually do have a stand-in for Zako, who is generally their carried player, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember.
I think he's usually on at least, he's like position 2, if not position 1. But their stand-in will be playing on the Dazzle. NBD, no big deal. We'll have Lolik playing on the Timbersaw. Roger will be on the Earthshaker. They're headed down towards the bottom lane.
Is this an offensive try with a Morphling?
Yamaha's on the Morphling, and then Stress is the one playing the Storm. So Cleave switching up their roles a little bit here. I wonder. Maybe it is. I guess it's going to be Lolik mid on Timber, or is this going to be a tri-lane with Timber?
I think it's going to be... I would say it's a mid Timber with a tri-lane with a Morph.
That would make the most sense, and Lolik is their mid player.
You know, ES and Morph used to be a really old school dual lane, and then he would just like fissure and wave, and then it would do tons of damage, but
yeah,
that was a long time ago.
That does do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
No Tail, very brave. Come up to the high ground here and check out the Dire Ancients. We see some pings coming about, and okay, they will go ahead and block the Dire Ancients.
Yep, Earthshaker already has sentries on him, but they can probably block it before the first spawn. So, well played by Cleave already.
Yeah, Roger pings it out. Let's see if he can find it, though. And he'll just be a little bit more patient here. He will throw a sentry down. That will give him vision. Now he just has to find it. He'll walk straight into that ward. And a small victory for Cleave already out of the gate. Now we see some more pings coming out from Fnatic. They know what's going on. And
Nicely
that
played
Earthshaker
from
will walk
Cleave.
away. Huh?
Good positioning by them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, their offensive tri-lane is going to go a lot better if Earthshaker is able to pull, and looks like they have already, they're already set up for that. So, introducing Team Cleave, we have Stress on the solo safe lane Storm Spirit, and the mid lane we have Lolik on the solo mid Timbersaw, and in the tri-lane we have Yamaha, Roger, and NBD. Although they blocked these creeps already, Fly already hasn't have a haste. He has a haste. He blocked the ancient spawn, and he also knocked out the clarity, and he's also harassing Roger a ton.
Yeah, he's really doing a lot of damage here. His team is more focused around the lane, but Fly is going to get him down to about half health before retreating back to safety. Let's take a look at this Fnatic lineup, though. We've got good guy Hani down here in the bottom lane. He'll be playing on the Mirana. He'll be joined by Fly, playing on the Bane, who's still harassing Roger. That haste rune has since worn off, looking to block the Ancients once again. Fly getting some value positioning here to get things started off. In the mid, it will be No Tail on the Wisp. Era playing on the position 1 Tiny, and then up top it will be an off-lane Trixie playing on the Nyx Assassin. And doing quite a bit of damage to this Storm Spirit as well. Now Trixie taking some harassment back. He does have an Impale up, Stress. Not going to pursue this kill, but a lot of mutual damage coming out here in the top lane.
Yeah, I actually think that they expected a Storm Spirit in the mid lane, and this Wisp Tiny would have been pretty well equipped to deal with it. But with Timbersaw, I actually think it's not a bad matchup for Timbersaw at all. I don't think they can kill him.
Yeah, not very easily at least. Unless Lolik makes some sort of a big misstep, Timber doesn't usually shine as much in the mid lane because there are less places to use that Timber chain, especially in the early levels compared to the side lanes. But still, it just means his positioning has to be a little bit more passive than perhaps he would be in one of the off lanes. Still, he seems to be off to a pretty good start. 2 points in Whirling Death. He is 4-0 against the 9-2 Tiny. So Lolik holding his own in 2v1 lane. Look at how much damage he does to the Wisp with just 1 Whirling Death. Oh boy, is that potent.
But no big deal for him though. He's just gonna be able to bottle right back up, and oop, they have a
Up top, Stress taking some setup. I don't know if they'll have enough to secure a kill here. Perhaps they will. Fly path blocking. And yes, they will. Our first blood coming out top. Nyx Assassin will be the one to grab the last hit.
nice rotation. We see an Earthshaker make his way mid as a Sentry Ward, so that Berserker Ward will be taken down sooner or later.
Eventually, Era will get to it.
No.
Or pardon me, Timbersaw will get to
Timbersaw
it.
will get to it. But if he goes for it, I don't know. Could be in a little bit of danger. Era has hit level 3, so now he has enough mana for his combo. But
Good guy, Hani connects with an arrow down bottom on the Dazzle. He does have a leap available. He'll grab the kill, and now just needs to make the escape from the dreaded Morphling. 1 point in wave form.
the dreaded Morphling.
They'll ding level 3. There was a touch of sarcasm there. At least you're not privy to how I feel about Morphling. Hani will easily survive and doesn't need to use the leap right away, but now he'll take some poison, the waveform, and oh wow! What a misplay from Hani. He tries to get a little greedy with that leap, and he'll pay for it as they get a recovery kill.
Yeah, he just tried to play aggressively on Yamaha there.
Yep. Storm died up top at the same time. Same story, different chapter. Flying Trixie using pretty much the same combo.
He just like let Dazzle come up and poison touch him during the daytime.
Yeah.
Like there's not really a good reason for that if you're at like 200 HP. But still, he gets a kill in a 1-on-2 situation. Not the worst thing in the world. Could be a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, it's more than just he could have survived. Instead, he tried to get cheeky and not use his leap and use it until the very last moment. And yeah, that one auto attack chased him over the tree line. But Lolik making some heavy damage here in the mid, but he will recover. Bottle Crow's back up to full health and then sends it back to the well for a refill. 4-minute rune just about to spawn. We see Roger camping out the bottom position. It will be an invisibility, and he does grab it, denies No Tail from filling up his bottle. And now Roger will rotate towards the mid lane and looking for blood.
It's so difficult to kill Tiny. The only one he can kill is EO, and EO has to be pretty out of position in order to yield the kill, because even if he gets hit by Fissure, he can still tether. Yeah, but I don't know, he's tethered down right now.
Yeah, he just used it. No Tail getting blocked. There's that Whirling Death, an easy kill. Roger
Wow,
gets the
look at
last
this
hit.
block on Era.
Tiny might be in some trouble here. They'll do some damage. Bane rotating in from the backside though. We'll use the Nightmare onto Roger. Whirling Death just obliterating the Tiny. He will secure the kill onto the Earthshaker. About 10 hit points to spare, but Lolik will not pursue. He has no points in Timber Chain, so no way to close the gap.
Nice salve usage by Era there to survive that.
Yeah. Now it's knocked off, but it does keep him alive, and that's what's important. So up top, things are going very well for Fnatic. Trixie is now level 6 on the Nyx Assassin, and Stress is only level 4, and he's actually in some trouble. Trixie doing a lot of damage, secures a solo kill on the Storm Spirit. Stress struggling quite a bit.
That
And,
oof.
oof. That oof. Doing some work. And Arcane Boots up on the Nyx Assassin already.
Yep, Bane just rotates in to get some levels, and now Trixie's pretty darn scary. He's 2-0-1 as an off-lane Nyx Assassin. He's Arcane Boots
Highest level in the
and
game.
oof.
He's the only one to be level 7 right now.
That's pretty ridiculous. This is bad for Cleve. Storm Spirit usually has an easy safe lane, and if you're safe lane Storm, your recovery mechanism's like not really there.
Yeah.
Because like mid Storm, you're really over leveled, but if you're in the safe lane, he's level 4 right now.
Yeah, he's
level
getting
4.
And also when you're in the mid, you have that chance to get runes for some recovery.
Right.
If you can get an invis, some regeneration.
That's what it's all about.
And what's the recovery up top? Just trying not to die against Nyx Assassin. And
You can go jungle, but that's not very effective either.
And before too long here, Bane's going to be level 6. He's halfway through for him. Once that happens, Storm's life is going to be even more difficult.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous that the roaming Bane is higher level than the safe lane Storm in a 1-on-1. But I mean, it was nice rotation from Fly going up there twice, and I mean, Storm just shouldn't have died there again.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, he's so under-leveled, I can see why it's a little bit more difficult for him with the full combo Nyx. And also just the Arcane Boots versus no boots from Storm Spirit. that makes your getaway pretty darn difficult. Nyx can basically just walk up to you, drop all of his mana, and then have arcane boots for plenty of sustain. Storm
I don't
has-
think he needed Bassi. Bassi's nice if you're going to push a lane, but if you're just farming away, Bassi is not necessary.
Yeah. So, Cleve in a little bit of trouble here. Already Fnatic with a 1,500 gold lead, about a 1,700 experience lead. 5-2 at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, the Earthshaker is only level 2, so Fly's been doing so much work around the map. First blocking the spawn, then harassing ES, then blocking the 1-minute spawn on the Ancients, and then killing him a couple of times on top 2. He might die though. We see a rotation coming in from Roger.
And maybe they can set up a kill. Bane, not the most difficult target to kill right now. Still not quite level 5. Roger throws down a sentry just in case Nyx Assassin is nearby. Nice heads-up play. I like where this Earthshaker's coming from. Maybe trying to hit level 3 by leeching some of this experience. One more creep will do it. Then I think they will engage. There you go. That's his level 2 fissure.
I don't even know if they're going to engage.
But they wasted their... Yeah, the time window is closed. Now Trixie's joined the battle. And they definitely don't want to take a 2-on-2 with that level 7 Nyx Assassin. Yeah, we see a ping coming out from the Storm Spirit. They know, and Roger will just back up and resort to creep pulling.
Yep, Trixie will scan out there. There's almost no way they can go Trixie though, unless he's just like wildly out of position. But with Garrett, wow, look how deep he's going in on Roger.
Roger might die right here. And he's ready to use that Carapace. Roger won't be able to do anything. Vendetta for the last hit. And Trixie, he's that snowball rolling down the hill right now, and boy is he picking up some speed. 3-0-1 here at the 6.5-minute mark.
I don't think I've ever seen Uv on Nyx Assassin.
But seems to be working quite well this game. Though Fly just taking that solo lane experience now, halfway to level 6. Meanwhile, Trixie can start moving about the map. He doesn't have Vendetta up, but he is stationed about the high ground in the mid lane. Almost considering a courier snipe perhaps, but won't go for it instead. They'll just move in onto Lolik. And there's the Timber Chain back, looking for an Impale. Can Trixie connect? No, and the Avalanche off mark as well. Now they're going to try and take out Lolik. He's doing a lot of return damage. Will find a kill on Nyx Assassin. And I'm not sure they have enough to finish him off. This Timbersaw just a bit too tanky.
Nice moves by Lolik.
Yeah.
Dodging that Avalanche.
And up top, Stress, though. He's in trouble. Fly puts him in the Nightmare. We'll use the Salve. And Fly doesn't have enough to secure the kill. If only he was level 6, Fiend Script would have made that very easy. But not happening. Now we see Era as well as No-Tail moving around the mid lane. Looking to be a bit aggressive here. Maybe grab a recovery kill. But they will not be so lucky as they roam through the dire jungle. There's Courier up here as well. Perhaps they can snipe it on its way back towards the base.
Nice block from Roger.
Wow. Now Fly's in big trouble. He will throw a Brain Sap to do some damage on Stress. That will be level 6 on the Storm Spirit. I'm actually getting some small lag spikes here. Looks like it is back now. And now Era and No-Tail coming in. They want to avenge their good friend. There was a kill down bottom. It looks like there could actually be another one. Dazzle in some trouble. Morphling has already fallen. And of course, as soon as they turn off, Earthshaker dies up top.
You have learned.
Dazzle dies on bottom.
Wrong place at the wrong time there,
Did he just miss 3 kills?
Sort of. I did that back and forth where I caught both of them engaging, but none of them dying.
Well, top lane was just the Tiny checking it out in the forest, fighting Earthshaker. I'm actually surprised this horde didn't see them coming. Like, if you look at the line of vision, it actually doesn't provide it. If they placed it a tiny bit more to the left, they would have been able to see the
This
Tiny.
pesky tree right here is what messes it up.
Yeah. Wow, why does this line look so straight? I can never draw straight lines like that. Hard to reproduce. Anyways, I thought that they were going to scout it out with the Observer Ward, but just slightly misplaced. Doesn't scout it out, and Tiny will be the number 2 on the last hit chart, number 1 on the net worth chart.
Yeah, although Cleaver actually hanging in there pretty well. The gold graph isn't jumping out of control. It's only about 2,000 gold, 2,000 experience right now. And Yamaha's farming reasonably well in this Morphling. He's number 2 on net worth, and not that far behind Tiny, less than 100 gold actually. And even this Timbersaw, he's about on point with the Nyx Assassin. So Cleve still have some pretty potent heroes right now. Timbersaw does have his arcane boots complete. And what's Morphling working on here? Well, he's got Power Treads, Ring of Basilius. Who knows what he's going to pick up? Probably a Linken's, but no items on that trajectory quite yet.
Yes, Stress is really poor. He has brown boots and Ring of Basilius.
Yeah. He's kind of the big outlier here. Bane has much better farm than he does right now. And Bane is actually on point with the levels. He just hit level 6, so now he can really start moving around, utilizing that Fiend script and doing some work. Speak of the devil, he'll find Loic in the mid lane. Fiend script started off. Easy kills coming out for Fnatic. Tiny grabs that last hit. Dazzle, oh god, he ports in and just gets destroyed by the combo of Tiny. Very unfortunate for MBD. Oh, behind the tower. Good guy. He's going to dive it. Relocate coming in from the Wisp. Era will chuck his buddy forward, and they secure the kill. Easy 3 kills coming out for Fnatic. A double kill coming for No Tail.
Looks like it's going to be a free tower.
And No Tail will just relocate right back to where he started in the lane.
Trixie misses an impale.
Radiant's bottom tower
But still
is under attack.
stresses. Can't really do anything right now. Like, if he lanes versus
middle
the
tower
Nexus says, he
is
just
under
gets
attack.
mana burn. Like, he TP'd. Oh, I thought he was going to TP mid. I was like, what? But no, his farm is just so-so, man. He can really only jungle. Nice arrow coming out from Hani.
Yeah, Loic's in trouble. Double damage rune on Hani as well. Makes it another easy kill. It was even just a few moments ago, but now Fnatic really grabbing some momentum in that gold grapple jump, about 4,000 into their favor, and they should be able to finish off this tower now. Hani zoning out the creep blade. They actually force out the glyph, but it will be to little avail. An arrow flies off the mark, but does zoom by the head of Stress. They'll put down a sentry ward here in the lane as well to try and prevent Nyx Assassin from doing anything too crafty. Cleave have the right idea in mind. Unfortunately, their laning phase just not executed as well as it needed to be.
I just think that Fly just played really well in the early game, though. Like, even post the laning phase, he had that
Dyer's top
smoke
tower
rotation.
is under attack.
Timbersaw thinks he's safe to check the rune, and then he's just waiting up here to... So, like, not only have Cleve not been executing properly, Fly has been playing amazingly
Dyer's
well,
top tower
rotating,
is under attack.
smoke ganking, and just getting kills all around the map. He's 1-1-5.
Mid lane, Eric connects with an avalanche. The combo onto Storm Spirit, and he's squishy enough to die in one rotation. But I guess the same can be said for No Tails. He gets obliterated by the Timbersaw. A 1-for-1, but Fnatic will be happy to trade their Wisp for the Storm Spirit. Moonlight Shadow come out. On the high ground, he has another combo available. He'll drop it onto Roger. This could be another easy solo kill, but no, the Grave comes out. Fissure, they'll turn this around. Era is all alone against 3, and they will punish his greed. Oh, wow. If only he could have tossed onto Roger. You see the ping coming out from Tiny
Why
afterwards.
did he stun toss? He tossed and then stunned the Earthshaker, and then Earthshaker didn't die because he didn't take double damage.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Maybe he
Getting
thought,
a little bit greedy?
I thought maybe he thought that Earthshaker was not as tanky as he is. I mean, he was only level 4, I believe, at that point. Perhaps level 5.
Still a full strength health hero with 800 hit points.
And magic stick.
Yeah, and a magic stick. The magic stick is actually what saved him. That's a good point. That last auto attack would have finished him off if he didn't have the charges. But now Morphling, he'll be in some trouble. Fiend script used straight away. He will be morphing some strength, but it doesn't matter. He's just too squishy. They've got plenty of damage. Good guy Hani now on a dominating streak. And there will be a 4-man rotation from the remaining members of Cleve to try and defend this tower. Relocate in from the Wisp. They'll go on to Loic. Out comes the Shallow Grave. That'll buy him some time. Now the focus onto Roger. Loic still gets picked off. Stress standing his ground in the tower before he zips back right into the Tiny. Oh man, an easy toss to grab a double kill on the Dazzle and Storm Spirit. Earthshaker, the only one to survive because, well, he just tail between the legs, running for the tier 3 tower.
Clutch stun coming out from Trixie there. He interrupted the Timber Chain so that even after the Grave, he was still gonna die.
Yeah, and now Trixie has a Blink Dagger sitting in the inventory. There's an urn up on Bane, Tiny with Power Treads, Drum of Endurance, working towards an Ag Scepter. They'll find Roger. There's a ward up on the high ground. They knew exactly where he was. Pop it in, and they will find an easy engage. Now Stress coming in. He will be looking for a kill onto Trixie. No Vendetta available. Nyx Assassin's definitely going to be in some trouble here. Impale on the mark. Would have been 2 if the Nightmare wasn't on Stress, but now Trixie should be able to blink back to safety once that poison touch is off. And the positive urn. There's the blink just in the nick of time as the chakram flies by his head.
It always gets me when you say positive or negative urn.
Positive or negative urn?
Yeah, I don't know why.
What do you call it?
Urn.
Just earn and let the color speak for itself.
Positive or negative? I don't know. It just makes me think it's like some sort of like magnetic urn. And then there goes.
Should I say friend or enemy? It's a friendly urn.
I don't know.
I
mean, I don't think it's bad. I know exactly what you mean when you say positive or friendly. It just makes me think like they're like statically charged, about to zap people or something. I don't know. I get this image in my head.
Oh man. Well, Fnatic in good shape here. 19-6 here at the 14-minute mark.
Yep, Tiny
Easy,
is
easy.
crushing the net worth chart. Was
Dire's
just
bottom tower
ahead of the
is under
Morphling. Now
attack.
Morphling is about 2/3 of his net worth. Tiny's 50% over his.
Yep.
Morphling, he has Ghost at first. That is not what you want to go for this game.
Yeah, that's just going to make Tiny's combo even worse. I mean, E-Blade isn't a bad idea, but
He's going in.
Ghost Scepter first is, yeah, it's a little bit questionable. He'll take an Impale, arrow to the face, morphing some strength, but will it be enough for his survival? It doesn't look like it. Fly just walks up, uses the Fiend's Grip. Easy kill. Relocate now from the Tiny Wisp. They're going to go on to Lolik. He's completely out of mana. Won't have enough
Dire's
for another
bottom
Timber
tower is
Chain. Well,
under
he did sip
attack.
up that bottle, so he'll have one more, and he'll be able to hop back to safety here.
Oh, the tether. He wanted to speed him up and instead he brought him back.
Dire's
Oh,
bottom
no.
tower is under attack.
And they may dive on Lolik, but Cleave coming around the backside. Storm zipping forward, zip zap onto Fly. There's the
Dire's
electric
bottom
vortex.
tower is
And they
falling.
might be able to grab some kills here on the Fnatic,
Dire's
actually.
middle
Poison Touch
tower
comes out
is
on the
under
Mirana.
attack.
Fly puts himself in a defensive nightmare. Hani looking to port out. And
GG, level 3 poison
Radiant's top
touch.
tower is under attack.
Doesn't stun him at the end.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think that Honey was taking a risk there.
definitely a risk.
It was his only chance of survival, to be fair.
Yeah. A little
Well,
bit of an overcommitment from Fnatic.
they just dropped so much on the Morphling, and he still dies. He was caught in a blink, Nick stun, into an arrow, into a grip, and there was just no one there to save him. Maybe if they had a grave, but this stand-in has not been having too many graves. He saved a couple of people, though.
Yeah, he's just really underfarmed. He does have that second point into Shallow Grave now. He does actually have the fourth point in the Poison Touch now that he's hit level 7. So a slightly different Dazzle build. It's amazing how different the Dazzle builds are. I feel like every game we see something a little bit different depending on who's in control of the Shadow Priest.
If you're getting owned, I think maxing grave is a good idea.
Yeah, the extra range is really, really helpful when you're so squishy that you can't walk into the battle. It does make a difference. Even just going from point 1 to level 1 to level 2 is a big jump.
Era has now completed his stick.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's going to grab that branch, and now he's cleaving all over the place. Moonlight Shadow comes out, and they will try and set up a kill onto Yamaha. Will they have the burst to finish him down? Now he'll be able to morph strength and just wait for him back to safety, or not. There's the toss to interrupt it. In comes Trixie as well to force him out, and Era will be able to grab that kill. He's hitting hard with that big old walking stick now, Merlini.
Yes, he is. And it looks like all these mana burns are actually pretty good versus Morphling. We see, what, 5x multiplier on mana burn.
Oh, stress. He's going to get caught inside the Fiend's grip, and Hani will Starstorm all over his face.
Like, a lot of the times I've seen morph, and then he can't do anything. He gets his mana sucked by Fiend's Grip, and then like 160-ish mana burn from Nyx, and he just doesn't have
Dire's
any
bottom
stats right
tower
now.
is under
He
attack.
has some, but
Dire's structures are
Not enough.
fortified.
Yeah. This Earthshaker is very poor as well. He's basically got a magic stick, brown boots, and a bracer. That's it. Not a lot of farm going his way. He does come out with a fissure though, onto Era, Poison Touch, and Chakram, all on the mark. He will throw an Avalanche, does connect with Dazzle, the Spirit Balls, doing some damage as well, but it is a 5-man rotation from Cleave, and Tiny Wisp will be forced to retreat there. Strong, but not that strong, as Fnatic will start to rotate down. Haste Rune in the sights of Trixie. He'll go ahead and pick it up. Or no, maybe he'll just keep it safe for Wisp. Yep, and then the rotation shall happen. Actually, a double damage rune up on Wisp right now. You can't really see it because of the way his graphic is, but he is hitting pretty hard right now. Uh-oh, up top. Yamaha arrow connects on the face, and relocate in. It's just Wisp, but that's okay. He will wait for him back into the trees anyhow. Nice tether from No Tail coming out. He will juke the Chakram. Though while all that was going on, Storm Spirit gets picked off by a solo Nyx assassin
Dire's
in the mid
middle
lane.
tower is under attack.
he has Dagon.
Yeah, easy peasy.
The save point storm just not working out for them. 0, 7, and 2,
Dire's bottom
and
tower is
almost
under
no
attack.
game impact.
I almost feel like it's more that Lolik isn't the one playing him. That was, I don't want to say one of
Dire's
Lolik's
bottom
signature
tower
heroes,
has
but
fallen.
we've seen him
Then what
just
does Stress
dominate
play?
with Storm.
Dire's
Safe lane
top
Timber
tower
Saw?
is under attack.
No. What does he usually play?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I know Lolik is generally their mid player, and the times that we've seen Cleave really do well with Storm, he has been in the hands of Lolik.
This is true. But I think Timber does a little bit better versus Tiny Wisp, so I think even...
Yeah.
Dire's
Well, Safe Lane
top
Storm
tower
could have
has
been
fallen.
given to Lolik. But anyways, here's a smoke. They're trying to get Hani.
Cleave looking for a recovery. Hani will actually get caught by the fissure. Electric Vortex, plenty of crowd controls, and they will grab a kill. That's the end of his unstoppable streak. Nice 800 gold bounty going the way of Storm
Dire's middle
Spirit.
tower
Trixie
is
is
under
vendetted
attack.
up on the other side of the tree line, though. Down comes the Sentry Ward, so they know he's here. Trixie hops in onto the Impale. If he was aiming for the Earthshaker, though, I think he had Dazzle set in his sight. It doesn't matter. Dazzle gets dropped before he can even grave. The Beam Strip out on Earthshaker does secure that kill. Double kill coming out for Era. He's now level 11, cleaving harder but slower.
Tiny's actually picked up the cat cloak. You do not see that very often. A Tiny who goes for defensive items. Maybe you'll see like a Manta sometimes or a BKB, but not a cloak. Well, I guess he's. I mean, it does.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Just wants to live, man.
BKB would crush.
He's scared of that E-Blade from Morphling that'll be out in about 45 minutes.
Yeah. This poor Morphling.
Literally poor
Dire's
Morphling.
middle
Yeah,
tower is under attack.
I'm just not a big fan of tri-lane morph. I'm not a big fan of off-lane tri-lane morph either. That's like the worst position you could put him in.
Yeah.
It wasn't even versus a strong lane too. It was just a Bane who
Dire's
Basically a
middle
Bane
tower
Mirana, but
has
Bane wasn't
fallen.
even
Bane
there
wasn't
half the time.
Yeah. So
He was there at the beginning, though, to be
that's
fair.
probably one of the weakest solos when you'll see. Yamaha gets caught on the bottom
Radiant's
again.
bottom
That's probably one of the
tower is
weakest
under
solo
attack.
lanes you'll see is solo bottom. And
Dire's
if
middle
Morphling
tower
can't
is
dive in
under
a situation
attack.
like that, then they just have to.
Reload. Cade right back on top of him. Cleve wanted to try and set a trap. They'll get a kill onto EO, but now they're in some trouble. Earthshaker falls. Actually, it's Era who's in some trouble. That'll be the end of his unstoppable streak, and Timbersaw will grab himself a nice 800 gold bounty, looking to pursue on the fly, but they will retreat. Good guy Hani still at the high ground here by the Dire Secret shop, looking to make a cheeky play, perhaps.
They didn't actually have any reveal. He could have Moonlight Shadows and they would have lived.
And there's the Moonlight Shadow coming out. Lolik caught inside of a Nightmare while Chakram is on. That's a cheeky play if I've ever seen one. Forcing him to waste all of his mana, Dazzle just gets destroyed. And then Timbersaw falls, but oh, this Dazzle. He's at that point where he's just so weak that he gets bursted down before he can even get the grave off on himself. Pretty sad. He kind of has to like grave before he goes into the fight if he wants a chance at surviving.
Game is hard.
The preemptive grave. Never a good sign. And oh, look, there's a Dagon up on good guy Hani as well.
Having some fun.
Yep. And level 2 Dagon up on the Nyx Assassin. EO went ahead and picked himself up a Vlad's offering and a Blink Dagger on Fly. It looks like Fnatic could be close to sealing the deal here. 20,000 gold, 15,000 experience, obvious control of this game. A lot of green floating towards the top of that net worth chart. Now they're tier 3, start taking some damage. Stress, he gets initiated on.
Nice
Trixie
sleep.
without a fear in the
Dire's
world.
middle tower
Yeah,
is
stops the
under
Dazzle from
attack.
getting off the grave. Now Dazzle just gets comboed. A little bit of the Wombo coming out of Tiny.
Ah, Morphling's TP'd in. Everybody run away. Run. Run for your lives.
I heard water is super effective against rock. No,
Gotta play Pokemon.
no love for Pokemon there. Okay, jeez.
Dire's middle tower
I
is
didn't know
under
what to say.
attack. Dire's structures
Well,
are
the glyph comes
fortified.
out. Fnatic will
It was a
take
good
their
joke.
time going back.
Radiant's
It was a good
bottom
joke.
tower
I just
is
I'll give you a high
under
five.
attack.
funny. All right, yes, that's the spirit. Every so often, I say something and I get an unsurprising laugh from you, and then other times I think I've got a zinger. You just give me the.
Oh, that one
deadpan.
was good. That one was good.
Just like. That wasn't funny.
Radiant's top tower
Morphling, he's just gonna walk into 5. Well, he's probably not laughing right now
middle
either.
tower has fallen.
Big lead comes out from the Dazzle though. Say goodbye to your armor, Fnatic. How does that feel? Ooh, Nightmare on Dazzle. You ready for Tiny Wombo combo?
Where's your armor now?
Where's your armor now? But Beam Strip out on Lolik. He's gonna die. Echo Slam. He'll slam dunk the Funk on top of EO. And actually, he'll get a double kill coming out on the Nyx Assassin.
Trixie got tossed back in.
Will it be enough, though? Trixie, he'll buy back. Era, Moonlight Shadow, looking for a chance to reinitiate. He'll find Lolik. There's the combo. Avalanche, toss, in comes Fly. Boom, shakalaka. That's a dead Timbersaw.
Yo, with the triple salve build.
Uh-oh. Triple Stout.
Salve.
Salve.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was buddies.
Buybacks coming out of plenty here.
Bottle charges for all.
The Trixie bought back, the Wisp
Dire's
bought back,
middle
and
ranks are
Timbersaw
under
bought back.
attack.
Also the Morphling in that fight. So, everybody's back on the field now. And, oh, see you later, Dazzle. Dagon to the face. Won't even be able to grave once again.
Overkill much.
Yeah.
GG comes out from Cleve. No surprise there. They
Dire's
just
middle
got
barracks
manhandled by
is
Fnatic.
Well, Fnatic
Dire's
looks
middle barracks are
good,
under attack.
and this is more evidence as to why you ban Wisp out in that first phase up against Fnatic. It's an easy pick for Fnatic. They say,
Radiant's
oh, you're going
top
to ban out
tower is
Lycan?
under
Thanks for the
attack.
Wisp, bro.
Fnatic
the issue.
victory.
We'll see you in the post game. Maybe not completely the issue, but giving no-tail Wisp certainly is a recipe for having a bad time. Not what I would recommend if you're looking for a win.
They even had good heroes to deal with it though. I think Storm just tanked it too hard in lane.
Yeah, he ate it, as they say, and he wasn't hungry.
That one is gonna get a straight face.
A straight face.
It's like the colon straight face, straight line. That's that face I'm giving you.
I know exactly what face you're talking about. So we've got one more game coming up today. It's a short day for StarLadder EU. The next one, another smaller. I don't know the right word here.
Another big bald game.
It's a head versus Power Rangers coming up next. So should be interesting though. Power Rangers, Scandal's new team. The consistent stand-in could be interesting. See how a head.
Is there any news on that?
Any news on
Like,
what?
is he permanently there?
Not that I'm aware of, but to be frank, I haven't checked the Dota tabloids this morning, so I'm not so sure. I didn't get my Dota paper yet, so I don't know though. I mean, he has been that consistent stand-in. I think it stands to reason that he will be replacing ZXC. We're at day 11, and I think every game we've seen Power Rangers so far in this Fat Robin, it's been Scandal instead of ZXC.
I like Scandal more than CXZ as a mid player.
Yeah.
I think he's better fit for their team.
Yeah, I think so too. And they've been looking pretty good. So Fnatic in good form. They will take an easy win here over Cleve. And we'll have a short break, guys. Next match scheduled to start in just about 20 minutes. So have a short break and then come on back for our last match of the day, and then we'll get our rebroadcast rolling. I'm Zyori, with me is Merlini. You're enjoying Beyond the Summit here for StarLadder Season 9 coverage. We'll see you after this break.